everyone, Lou here. This April we were all completely shocked but blessed with the announcement and subsequent release of Teto Kasane for Synthesizer V. Seeing as I've already done reviews for both Vocaloid and Synthesizer V, why not do a review of the Bread Queen herself? Today, let's review Teto Kasane's groundbreaking Synth V voice bank. To start, I should probably explain who Teto is because I'm sure there's a lot of new vocal synthesizer fans who either don't know who she is or don't remember because it's been a while. When Miku first released in August 2007, months later users on 2chan would try to troll people by making Miku clones and claiming they were official. These characters would include Uruko Yokone, Tei Sukone, and Ritsu Namine, who all receive Utao voice banks later down the line. Also, a lot of these people were really good at replicating Kei's art style for some reason. In comes Teto Kasane, who is one of these prank Vocaloid concepts that was introduced on April 1st, 2008, followed by a Utao voice bank. Concept-wise, Teto's voice was inspired by Doraemon of all things, which is a weird fact I even forget, but it genuinely made Teto's voice stand out on top of her cute pink drills. That and fans for some reason made her really love baguettes, and her developers said she was a chimera. Utao are weird in case you didn't know. Teto would become a beloved fan favorite and even the face of Utao for quite some time, as many people found her voice bank the easiest to tune with, myself included, as Teto was also the first Utao I ever downloaded. In fact, Teto was so beloved that she was half adopted by Krypton Future Media in 2010. By this, I mean that Krypton would allow Teto to appear in any Project Diva game's promotional material involving Miku, as well as featured on the Pyapro website so users could share music and art of Teto there. Even in Project Diva games, Teto has been in every single one as an optional model, except for Project Sakai, which is technically a Project Diva game if you ask me. For many years, Teto has received multiple voice banks, merch, updates, and more by her associate company Twin Drill. Due to their constant up-to-date attention of Teto, many fans would ask for years for Teto to receive a commercial voice bank, as her voice held a lot of potential, but the Utao engine's lack of updates held her back in the mind of some, myself included, as someone who's not always a fan of the voice product sound for Utao. There were, of course, attempts to make Teto a Vocaloid multiple times, but it's unknown why these developments always fell through. Cut to July 2021, where Teto would receive a free talking voice bank under the text-to-speech program called TalkU. I don't know anything about this program, but it was sending minor shakes in the fandom that Teto had received a speech voice bank, which, given everyone's love for making Vocaloid memes, it was definitely more of an open door for some memes in the community with Teto. However, in early April 2023, Teto was announced to receive a Synthesizer V voice bank developed by Software. It was like a massive earthquake hit the vocal synthesizer community from how fucking hyped everyone was for this, myself included. On April 27th, 2023, Teto's voice bank would release with massive praise within the fandom. Many would praise how close Teto sounded to her voice provider when she sang, as well as how realistic but powerful her voice was, while others missed the more robotic and choppy nature of her original VCV and CV voice banks in Utao. Yet in this review, I'm gonna go over Teto's voice and specs and see if the praise is valid, or is this Teto no better than burnt bread? Now, I should mention here as a disclaimer really quick that I did buy Synthesizer V Pro just to use Teto at her max potential here as well. So if I'm wrong about certain things about Teto's voice bank, just know that she's my only paid voice bank and I didn't have the Pro version before. Anyway, unlike all other Synthesizer V voice banks, Teto technically has 4 internal voice banks that you bring out using the bars in the vocal settings itself for things like brightness and gender. It's kind of hard to explain this because Vocaloid and Utao obviously don't have anything like this, but think of it like the evac feature in Pyapro Studio, except if it actually fucking worked. Teto technically has 4 other voice banks, or voice modes in this case, called Joy, Cute, Power, and Mellow. Joy and Cute personally sound really similar to me, but Joy is just a smidge more emotional, if that makes sense. Joy is meant to bring out more positive emotion to Teto's singing, as well as a stronger reaction to vibrato settings. Think like singing a super happy song and how our voice kind of warbles a little bit. I don't know how to describe it, but it's something like that. Cute is supposed to be the cutesy sounding range, but to me this sounds the closest to her original CV voice bank in terms of its tone. This tone is meant to be for more cutesy pop songs or softer emotional songs. Think something like the pop portions of Idol by YOASOBI or Newly Edgy Idols by Michi M.
やばすり抜け奴らの隙をつけ貫いたおめいが未来を開く
Power is self-explanatory, I think, and is pretty much the closest to Teto's Sakebi voice bank in its higher ranges, which let me tell you, this power voice bank blew me away. Joy and Cute sound really good already, but Power? Down below will be my YouTube short demonstrating Power at only half percentage, and let me tell you guys, I was blown away in Synthesizer V when I first hit play.
強くなれる理由を知った僕を連れて進め
Mellow is the final, and while it isn't her whisper voice bank from Utao, as you'd need to edit the other settings like brightness, gender, breath, etc. to achieve Teto's original whisper voice bank, it is pretty close to one. This voice is still really fucking good and one of the more realistic sliders.
離れ離れの街をつなぐ列車は行ってしまったねなくした言葉を知らないならポケットで握りしめて
Honestly, a combination of these turns Teto into an extremely expressive and powerful voice, which is saying a lot when Synthesizer V is already an incredible engine with voice banks like Solaria and Kevin. Without these on and left completely raw, Teto's voice bank is still very good. It is a bit soft for me who prefers Teto's voice in powerful ranges, but I think that was done on purpose so either slider works for the AI technology so it doesn't struggle with too much of one vocal range. Speaking of AI, like all Synthesizer V voice banks since December, Teto automatically can sing in Mandarin, Korean, and English if you put in lyrics in any of those languages.
I need you Try to change the ending, Peter losing Wendy. I need you, living like a father, running like water. And when you are young, they assume you know nothing.
However, this is a bit tricky to use and her pronunciation isn't perfect. Synthesizer V has a different English script to Vocaloid, so you can't just plug and play with English VXQX or VPR files with Teto. You have to manually edit them to go with the script for Synthesizer V. I know it's weird, I don't know why Solaria is plug and play but Teto isn't, but hey, I'm not AI, so I don't know fam. The only thing I find Teto's voice bank really missing, with Synthesizer V in general, is growl settings. That's largely missing from Synthesizer V in general, but I've seen in Utao that you can make a voice bank growl if you fuck with the vibrato settings and other settings on a specific note, so I think it's certainly possible, it just takes a lot of trial and error. I know I tried to make a growl with Kaito when I did a cover of Sour Candy by Lady Gaga featuring Blackpink, and while the results there sucked, I'm just saying you can make a vocal synthesizer growl for songs like Usewa, even when they're not meant to. Finally, design-wise, I think this is my favorite Teto design of all time. According to Twin Drill, the idea for Teto's outfit was that of a marching band and school uniform. It's a really cute outfit, and I love this even more than her original design. Maybe it just gives her that musical instrument-inspired idol design that I really love, especially with Vocaloids like Una Otomachi. I should also quickly mention here that in the vocal synthesizer community, a lot of people got upset that Teto's design was also allegedly inspired by military uniforms, and while I can understand being upset by that because I know that is a tricky and messy subject matter, however, remember that a lot of school uniform designs in anime and manga are usually designed after military uniforms. I don't know how I feel about that. It's not my business to know how to feel about that, so just putting it out there in case that turns you off or gives you the ick. Oh, and don't worry, Teto was announced to receive a light voice bank, which is a lesser quality but free version of her voice bank. That's the really cool thing I appreciate about Synthesizer V, is the free versions and availability for those who can't afford these expensive vocal synthesizers. Overall, Teto's new voice bank has completely blown me away, and I am just so excited to make TikTok covers, YouTube shorts, and more with her. Down below in the description will be a link to Teto's product page for anyone interested in purchasing her, along with Synthesizer V's product page in case Teto's light voice bank is up by the time this video is released, which, knowing my schedule, it probably is. What did you guys think of Teto's new voice? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are there any utao you want to see get high quality commercial voice banks like this? As always, let me know down below. Hey guys, thanks for watching! If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new. If any of you would like to help support my channel in any possible way, my Ko-fi page is down below in the description, along with all of my social media. For any subscribers, new or old, who'd like to help with video ideas, or maybe just want to talk about anime or something, I have a fan server linked down below. See you next time!